Today we're going to make a fun little hipster bunny, so let's start by lining out some shapes. So kind of a chunky oval and then some long ovals for the ear. This is just going to be a bunny face, so the face and the ears. And I'm using my new soapstone pencil from Happy Dotting Company to do this, and then I'm going to fill in that shape with some Liquitex gesso to give a base coat so the colors are nice and vibrant, and it also gives a little bit of grip and smooths out any imperfections in the rock. I didn't want this design to be bright white, so I'm using this antique white, which is just a kind of cream color. It's very subtle. It still is nice and light, but I was going for kind of an off-white color scheme for the body of the bunny. And this paint is a little bit thin, so it does take 2 coats to get that nice solid coverage, even with the gesso on there for a base coat. The next thing I'm going to do is create some fuzzy ears, and I'm going to use my little pouncer tool, which I cannot find these anymore. They're not available anymore. They're Martha Stewart pouncer tools, but you could also cut some makeup sponges to get the same effect. But I'm just going to take some white paint and kind of splotch it on there with this pouncer tool, and it creates a nice soft edge around, and the sponge will do the same thing. And sometimes I dampen it in some water and then dab it off on a paper towel, and then come back with the paint and just kind of work at it until it gets the look that I want with that nice soft fuzzy white inside of the bunny ear. After I've got the white in there, I'm going to add a little bit of a soft pink in the middle of the bunny ear as well, and just kind of soften the edges the same way I did with the white and kind of blend it in with the white paint. Now I'm just going to take a dotting tool and some black paint and add some dots as evenly spaced apart as I can and kind of lined up with the ears for the eyeballs. And then I'm going to use my soapstone pencil again. Even though you can't really see it on the light colored paint, I can see a bit of a shine. You can kind of see it with the light hitting it. It's enough for me to use as a guideline to create the glasses for our little hipster bunny here. So I'm going to use a Signo gel pen in gold for the glasses, and I'm just going to follow my guideline that I created with the soapstone pencil the best that I can. This part is tricky to me because it's very hard without tracing, like a pattern onto it to get it even, to get the right shape for glasses and to have the other lens match the one on the left. It's just tricky, and so you'll see me come back in and out and thicken up these lines in an attempt to try and even them out, make them the same thickness and the same shape. Now I'm going to just take some bright pink paint and a brush and swirl on a little bit of a flower above the ear on this bunny. This is going to take a couple of coats. It's imperfect. I want it to be not a perfect circle because this is flower petals. And while I'm waiting for that first coat to dry, I'm going to use the same pink paint and make a heart for the bunny nose so that it's nice and cute. And then I'm going to come back in with a disposable eyeliner brush and some black paint and make some very thin eyebrows above the eyes. I'm going to come back in and swirl some more pink paint into that flower, and while it's still wet, I'm going to come back with a disposable eyeliner brush and some light pink paint and kind of swirl that in to give the effect of the petals and the look of the petals. And I'm going to stick with the color theme here and go with a light green, kind of a mint sage green, and create a couple of little leaves coming off of the flower. And of course the bunny needs a little mouth, which is just a J and a backwards J using my fine liner pens. And then I'm going to take one of those Uni Pin fine liner pens and just outline the entire design just to give it a little bit of definition around the outside. Then I'm going to add a little swirl of some gold glitter into that flower just to pick up on the gold glasses frames. And then I'm going to take a dotting tool and that same pink paint that we used for the nose and the flower and just do some dot and drag hearts off to the side on the natural part of the stone, just as kind of an extra accent. This was another design that I saw on some cookies on Pinterest, was just some bunnies with glasses, and I thought, oh my gosh, that would be a fun little idea for a rock. And I think it kind of even transcends Easter into just a fun spring design. So thank you so much for stopping by to watch, and I will see you next time. Take care.